Hello, friends. Welcome back to Fluent with Looki, the show where you learn simple English slowly, clearly, and confidently. I'm Looki, and today we're talking about something important. Do you get upset because you don't understand spoken English? Do you want to hear every word, every sentence, and every idea? Well, you're not the only one. Today, I'll teach you easy ways to listen better. These tips will help you become a confident English listener. Listening is tough. Native speakers talk quickly. They use difficult words. Sometimes they don't speak clearly. That means they can be hard to understand. But don't worry. Today, I'll teach you easy ways to listen better. These tips will help you become a confident English listener. You will listen, you will follow along, and you will improve with me. So don't skip. Watch till the end. I promise you'll feel confident answering this question anywhere. And yes, if the video is useful to you, be sure to subscribe to the channel because we are constantly updating our videos to make your English learning journey easier. So, find a quiet spot, get comfy, breathe deeply, and let's start. So, what does listening better really mean? It means you don't just hear the English, you try your best to understand it. You pay attention. You listen when people are talking. There are lots of sounds, lots of words, but good listening isn't about hearing every single word. It's about listening for a reason. That means you try to get the message, not just the sounds. Sometimes we just listen. We let people talk, but we don't think about it much. Maybe we're tired. Maybe we're doing other things. Maybe we're thinking about food or our phones. But good listening is different. When you are a good listener, you give your full focus. You're not thinking about other things. You're thinking about the speaker. You want to know what they're trying to say. What's the main point? You're using your brain, not just your ears. This is very important for learning English. When you listen well, your brain works harder and learns faster. You connect words to what they mean. You connect sounds to what you understand. So remember, good listening is about focus. It's about thinking while you listen. It's about getting ideas, not just words. When you listen like that, you'll get better at English. You'll understand more. And over time, listening will become easier and more fun. Now, let's see how you can become a better listener one step at a time. Okay, let's start with the first tip. This is a useful thing to do. Guess before you listen. So, what does guess mean? It means to think what will happen, to try and figure something out before it does. So when we say guess before you listen, we mean try to think what the person will say before they say it. Why is this helpful? Because it gets your brain ready. It helps your brain think about what words, ideas, and topics might come up. Then, when the speaker talks, your brain is faster. It can catch the meaning more easily. Let me show you an example. Imagine you're going to listen to a show about food. Before you hit play, you can ask yourself, will they talk about cooking? Will they say the names of fruits or vegetables? Will they talk about how things taste, like sweet or spicy? When you think about these things, you get your brain ready to hear the details. When you think like this before listening, your brain gets more active. You already have ideas in your head. So when you hear those ideas, you understand them better. Here's another example. You're going to watch a video about travel. Before the video starts, think, what will I hear? Will I hear words like ticket, passport, or flight? Even if you don't guess right, it's okay. The important thing is that your brain is getting ready. Think about it like warming up before exercise. When you warm up, your body moves better. When you guess before listening, your mind understands better. You connect words to what they mean. You connect sounds to what you understand. So remember, good listening is about focus. It's about thinking while you listen. It's about getting ideas, not just words. When you listen like that, you'll get better at English. You'll understand more, and over time, listening will become easier and more fun. You will listen, you will follow along, and you will improve with me. Okay, now for tip number 2. Listen for the main ideas. Don't worry about every word. Lots of people make the same mistake. They try to understand every single word. But here's the truth, friend. You don't have to understand every single word to know what someone is saying. When native speakers talk, they often use new words, sayings, or slang. You won't know every word, and that's fine. You don't need to stop and use a dictionary every time. Instead, focus on the main idea. Try to get the big picture. Ask yourself, what is the speaker talking about? What's the key point? Let me give you an example. Imagine someone says, I didn't go to the party because I had a splitting headache. I didn't go to the party because I had a splitting headache. Maybe you don't know what splitting means. That's all right. You can still tell that the person didn't go to the party because they didn't feel well and had a headache. That's the main idea. The same is true for good music as well. So, what does listening better really mean? It means you don't just hear the English, you try your best to understand it. You stay focused. You pay attention when people are talking. There are lots of sounds, lots of words, but good listening isn't about hearing every single word. It's about listening for a reason. That means you try to get the message, not just the sounds. You're not thinking about other things. Today, I'll teach you active listening techniques. You really try to understand it. That will be helpful. Okay, let's talk about tip number 5. This is something a lot of people forget, but it helps a lot. Listen more than once. Yes, that's right. Don't just listen once. Listen 2 times, 3 times, even more. Why? Because the first time you listen, your brain is trying to catch the sound. It is getting used to the way the person speaks, how fast they talk, their accent. Maybe you understand a little, maybe just a few words. That's fine. But the second time, your brain knows what's coming. It's ready. Now you hear more. You understand more. You catch new words. You hear the way the words sound. You notice how the speaker puts words together. The third time, you might find something small, like a word you missed before, a funny saying, or how the speaker is feeling. This is how real listening happens, a little at a time, layer by layer. Think about music. When you hear a song once, it's fine, but when you've heard it a bunch of times, You start to sing along. You know the words, you feel the music. All right, thank you for joining me today. Thank you for listening. I'm Looki, and this is Fluent with Looki. Now is the time to give yourself an applause and celebrate the progress. Bye for now. Where you can direct a voice, create realistic dialogue, and so much more. Edit these placeholders to get started.